So a lot of you guys have been complaining how truck storing video shows something that actually does not work, or is too confusing to understand. But what I show in this video works, and it still works also on the latest patch. So I'm just a small channel, I'm not even monetized or something, so I have absolutely zero reasons to spread false information around YouTube to gain more views and subscribers. After all, I've played this game more than 10,000 hours already, so I know a thing or two. Although I gotta admit, when I recorded this old truck storing video, it was actually my first time I ever pulled this off. So yes, this video is kinda sloppy, I'm showing things that actually are not required even. So that is why I decided to make this better explanation video, so you finally understand everything you need to understand. So let's go. So first of all, what is this trick all about? It is storing bigger vehicles that Garage allows you to save inside it. For example, usually when you want to save your car in this Garage, you will see this message which says enter Garage. But there are plenty of vehicles which say this car cannot be stored in this Garage. And this glitch is all about that, how to store those kind of vehicles in this same Garage, since believe me or not, this is possible. So before you do this glitch, you need of course the Garage Vault. Those garages unlock after the mission Father Son, obviously for Trevor after mission Mr. Phillips. And what is also important is that this garage must have at least one slot free. It doesn't matter if it's first slot, second, third or fourth. New gen platforms do not cause any issues regardless on which slot you store this truck on. So if those requirements are met, we can actually do the glitch. So secondly, of course, you need a vehicle which you want to store. As I said before, this can be any vehicle which normally cannot enter this garage. It doesn't only mean it's trucks or vans. It can also be a helicopter. Or even a boat. Of course, there are a few exceptions which you really shouldn't save in this garage, but I will explain this one a bit later. So when you want to attempt this trick and have a vehicle which you want to store, you first need to get rid of the driver door of this vehicle. What removing the door actually does, it gives you a few more seconds of time to enter this vehicle during garage enter animation. If you do not remove the door, your character will start wasting time opening the door and black screen may end and you will not get time to store the vehicle in the garage. Once the door is gone, park the vehicle next to your garage door. Do not park this too close or it may vanish when you press enter garage later in a normal car. Either this can happen, or if you park your vehicle too close, it may also just get blocked by your normal car and your characters want to go around and enter from passenger door. This also wastes too much time and you won't make it inside before the animation ends. And obviously if your vehicle is too far, then simply your character won't have enough time to run to it. So once your truck is parked perfectly like shown in this video right now, the next step is finding a normal small car. You may find it from traffic, whatever you can find there should work, except for taxi. Taxis have to be used for the other part of this trick. So when you find a car which says enter garage in the top corner, then you've done correctly. What you can also do is just arrive with your truck, then take a small car out of your garage if you happen to have one saved inside there. Then you can exit the garage and your truck will also be there, so you don't have to steal it from traffic and risk getting cops. So the third step is finally finding a taxi. You may call a taxi with your phone or just simply find one from traffic around you. Once taxi is yours, go park it near your big vehicle and a small car. Now this is where the trick actually begins and gets complicated, I think, for the most of you people. So the ones who said this trick doesn't work or was too confusing, you should pay extra attention right now. So I will also feature a keyboard and a controller in my screen corner so you can exactly see which buttons I press to perform this trick. So when you sit inside your taxi, all you need to do is press a button which usually triggers taxi missions. When done so, you hear a taxi dialogue. So what you must do is quickly exit taxi and run into your small car before the taxi dispatcher dialogue ends. If it ends before you make it to your car, don't worry, just get back to taxi and trigger the dialogue again. The dialogue is really important because without this dialogue this trick wouldn't work ever.
I've got room for little one. Talk to me, dispatch.
When you triggered the taxi mission and ran inside your small car before taxi dialogue ended, you must really pay close attention and do one thing at a time now. The next part will be all about ultimate precision. Exactly 1 microsecond before taxi dialogue ends, you must press Enter Garage button. It must be done very precisely. If you do not know taxi dialogues, then you might want to attempt this trick a few times so you can remember exactly when the taxi dialogue is about to end. And when it's about to end, you must press Enter Garage.
This is dispatch. I got a job going right now.
If successful and you press button before that, exactly after dialogue ends, you must press Exit Vehicle button. If you press this button too late, then nothing happens and you cannot exit your small car and you will simply be saving your small car into garage. There are many other things which can happen when you press this button too early. For example, you can exit your vehicle too late, which results in falling into grey hell. Game thinks that you're inside the garage, which means you basically have to get into truck, press gas button in it, so you will be taken out of the garage and you have to start the process all over again. As you can see here, I'm doing the entire process. Taxi dialogue is ongoing. It's about to end. I press Enter Garage, taxi dialogue ends, and I press Exit Vehicle. If you do it correctly, then what I show will exactly be happening to you. So this trick may seem simple when I explain it like that, but it most likely will require a few attempts from you because the precision needs practicing. So if you wonder, I showed Trevor Garage, but you can also use Franklin's Garage as I'm showing to you right now. And you can also use Michael's Garage, although the area where you can park your big vehicle isn't anything impressive, so I don't really suggest using Michael's Garage unless you want to store vans here. And Michael's Garage has another problem. It has this very low awning here, which does not allow really big trucks get through, but even for that there is a trick. But this trick is pretty annoying. You can either use cargo ball to lift your vehicle over this little concrete barrier over here, or you can also do the trick which I found personally. You have to ram a traffic light pole next to this concrete barrier, and this will allow your truck jump over it. But it's pretty annoying to ram this traffic light pole around. So Michael's Garage is not really good for big trucks, but it can be used if you wonder. So what are those vehicles which you should not store in this garage? Those are very big vehicles, like Maverick, for example, is too high for this garage, and if you store it, it will most likely show up as invisible or even kill you when you store this, because it will explode. And the even better example is the Skylift, found from the mission Sidetracked. You can store this in the garage, however you will most likely die when doing so, and it will always show up as exploded or as invisible when you enter this garage later again. But regardless of the situation, your big vehicle will always be saved when you do this correctly, so even if they are exploded or invisible in this garage, you can always go to director mode and choose your vehicle, and it will spawn for you, perfectly ready for action, and you can fly or drive those around. So there are a few vehicles which actually can not be stored at all with this method. And those are the vehicles which require different entering animation to get inside them. For example, those vehicles are Dump, Dock Handler and Rhino. So I haven't yet succeeded storing those vehicles in the garage, because when you want to enter them during garage enter animation, character starts climbing inside those vehicles and wastes the time you need. And the garage entering animation simply ends before you get inside those vehicles. So yes, sadly those have to be stored in the strip club parking space. So I really hope you finally understood that method in and out. now once I explained it in such detail. If this thing gets patched, I will notify you immediately in the video title or description, also in the comments. It's a very cool trick and I really wanted to show it to you guys. So now all my facts videos should be done and I will be starting GTA 5 guide next, starting off from new vehicles which you haven't seen on any YouTube channel yet. So stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and also make sure to click that notification bell to hear about everything related to GTA 5 special vehicles.